This is an Eye on Annapolis bonus podcast.
A little bit of a gray day, but can't beat the view. I guess it's always sunny here at this view. We're down here at the Chesapeake Bay Foundation in a room that probably has a name that I don't know what it is, but it's overlooking the Chesapeake Bay and the beach, which I'm pretty excited about because in a couple months, we're going to be down on that beach for Bands in the Sand, which they have announced is going to be coming into town on June 10th, which is the party of the year. Joining us today is Jessica Rubino from the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. We've got Jocelyn Tuttle, also from the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, and Billy Sadtler from Annapolis Subaru, who is the title sponsor for Bands in the Sand for the umpteenth year as well. So,
every year.
Every year.
Yeah, we really enjoy the event.
It's year one, since 2004.
Wow.
Since it was like 40 people.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
It's been a long time.
Oh, my word. That's crazy. Well, Bands in the Sand is the party of the year that everybody gets really excited for. And tickets will go on sale for VIP and committee tickets on March 1st.
That is correct, at 9 a.m., so get on at 9 a.m.
Okay. And on May 1st is when the common folk can buy tickets, right?
That is also correct,
You don't
also
call
at
them
9 a.m.
folk, though. You probably call them like
General admission, yes. The beach people.
This is very similar to like a Taylor Swift concert vibe
Yeah.
with the tickets. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It gets a little crazy.
It'll be bloody,
Yeah. People, it's a hot ticket.
yeah.
Exactly. But the key, also like a Taylor Swift concert, is to get these puppies really early because they go like that.
They do. They sell out very quick every year. Usually within 48 hours, we're calling a sellout. And this year demand is hot. I have already got my email blowing up with questions on when tickets will go on sale.
Well, this started back in the mid 2000s, and so we're like going on close to 20 years now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You got oomphed with COVID.
We did. We got oomphed with COVID, but we are back. Last year was our first year back since COVID, and people were ready. It was so fun. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. It's always an amazing party. And if those that don't understand or know what this is, the venue is perfect. It is on the Chesapeake Bay. Period. There's a beach, there's a stage, there's sand in between your toes. There are beer and drinks probably an arm's reach away from you, and there's plenty of great food from local vendors and everything else. Flip-flops, the bay, the sand, it can't get any better than this.
Oh, yeah.
And, Jessica and Jocelyn, you guys are the party mavens that are planning this all out?
Heck yeah. Oh, yeah. We are busy at work right now getting it done. But Jocelyn's actually joining us from our education department.
That's right. Yeah. So
are we going to have a lecture at this year's?
Yeah. It's all education focused.
Right, exactly. We're all going to be learning about the state of the bay. No lecture. Just still lots of fun in the sand and music. But, all the proceeds go to the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, and education is one of those key components of what we do to save the bay. So,
and we all have some work to do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we've made a lot of progress.
There will be a day when this bay will be getting those A+. Speaking of education,
yes.
Heck yeah.
And you guys are gonna have to come up with a different kind of a fundraiser because there's no need for
right. No more savings. We'll run concerts is what we'll do at education.
Yeah. Right?
Exactly. That'd be amazing. But you guys do have some wonderful education programs that I know that I was part of Leadership Anne Arundel and we came down and we did that. I know that the kids are doing the field trips down here.
That's right. Yeah, we're actually celebrating our 50th anniversary for the Chesapeake Bay Foundation's education department. So it's a big year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. We have programs from all over Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland, but our headquarters right here, we have our Philip Merrill Environmental Education Program.
And that's something most people don't understand. I mean, you think, because we're centric to Annapolis and Anne Arundel County, you think to the CBF and the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, and you think, oh, yeah, that's a big, cool building down in Bay Ridge. I know when I drive to see my daughter in North Carolina, I'm down like in deep Virginia, maybe even North Carolina, and I'm seeing like leaving the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And you don't realize how big the bay is and where
64,000 square miles, right? So all those rivers and streams all flow to the bay. So whether you live in Pennsylvania or Western Virginia, even West Virginia, you all impact the bay.
Awful lot of work that the foundation does need to do. And certainly the more you can educate us on keeping it safe and keeping it clean and healthy. And
they start young. I mean, I've gone on some of the field trips with the kids, and it's a phenomenal program. The immersement into, Smith Island and Tangier and the different experiences that these kids get to have at such a young age is so impactful. I know for me as like mid-30s, it was impactful. But
I was a student in 6th grade when I went on my first Chesapeake Bay Foundation field trip.
Oh, cool.
At one
Full
of the island
circle.
centers.
So obviously you enjoyed it.
I obviously did. I mean, and I didn't even know anything about it. I was from Carroll County.
All right, Jocelyn, tell us the truth.
Yes.
The bus left without you, didn't it?
No.
You should have been here.
I wasn't going to miss that.
So we did school and college and everything else, and then came back, right?
Yes, I did. Yep. Came back full circle for sure.
There is so much that we can do. And I mean, we are so centric to the Bay, and it is such a part of our life that it's hard to avoid. And why would you want to?
No, yeah.
And you guys, you educate really well. Unfortunately, you have to litigate pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you raise funds and you throw one hell of a party.
They're one hell of a party. Yeah, I know. And that's kind of the cherry on top of Bands in the Sand is it's this great environment. It is so much fun. Live music, tickets are all inclusive. So you're just out on the beach grabbing food, drinks, but you're saving the Bay. All the sponsorships, all the tickets. It's funding what Jocelyn does. It's funding what our EPR team do.
Planting trees.
Yeah, getting oysters in the water. So it's a win-win.
And the neat thing is that you can come here any number of ways. You can bicycle down. You can drive and get one of the shuttles. If you go VIP, you can get parking actually on site. You can paddle in. You can motor in. You can sail in. I don't think you can land a helicopter on the beach just yet, but we'll work on that.
I highly recommend Uber.
Uber's great.
To and from or getting dropped off.
Right.
That's definitely a recommendation for me. That's how I'll
Great recommendation. Oh, yeah.
And leaving.
Yes. Yeah.
Please drink responsibly. Brought to you by Annapolis Subaru.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
No, that makes all the sense. But I mean, the vibe here is just phenomenal. Everybody is just so casual. They're laughing. They're having a great time. And it's one of those events you run into people that you haven't seen in a long time. It's sort of like Midnight Madness. Sometimes you get down there and it's like, oh, I haven't seen you since last Midnight Madness. Or I haven't seen you since last June when they did it here at Bands in the Sand.
Oh, you're so right. Because a lot of the names we see year to year, it's people who have been coming since the early 2000s when this first kicked off. You fall in love with it and the vibe and you want to come back.
Catch up with old friends.
I looked at the website and you had said that going into last year, you had raised total cumulative about $4.5 million.
Yeah.
And last year's event was a record-breaking fundraising event, which was just under 4.5 million. And then last year's was $500,000 about. So this is going to put us over $5 million. Just from one party?
It's incredible. It really is incredible when you think about the impact this one event has had over the years and year to year. But last year was record breaking. We had never hit that $500,000 and we did it. And we are on track and doing everything we can, knocking on wood, to hit $500,000 again this year.
A lot of pent up demand last year.
Oh,
After 2 years of not being able to party on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was jonesing for it.
Oh, yeah. And that demand is back. We're excited. Yeah. We are very excited.
Well, again, I mean, because it always does sell out, though. I was also looking at the website and all the, like I said, the VIP stuff that goes on sale March 1st. Okay, you've got parking here. You've got a VIP a deck area overlooking all the food and all the booze.
Got our Hannah Armstrong VIP lounge for those ticket holders.
But I see something new, and it's new down in Annapolis, and I want to know what the heck it is. But this Chop Tank Oyster Reef thing.
Fantastic question. It is something we are super excited about this year. So at the far end of the beach, for anyone who's been before, we have our big stage that we bring in for this event. But then the other end of the beach, we were like, what can we bring in back there? So after some daydreaming, we decided we're going to bring in an oyster reef, and Chop Tank is going to sponsor it. We are thrilled to have them on board. So they're going to bring in a bunch of raw oysters. They're going to shuck them there for guests, and it's completely part of the tickets. Everything is included. So there'll be more snacks, some more shaded kind of rest areas and hangout spots for people and beach games. So that's going to be the oyster reef.
So it's going to be a shucking station. So you're not building an actual reef.
No. Well, we will be, but not at the event.
We're going to recycle the shells.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Shells will
perform better in the bay.
Yeah, I mean, you need some water to mix with those.
Yeah. Taste really good in your stomach.
They do. Taste fantastic. But yeah, we'll recycle all the shells. We'll get them back in the water. But we are really excited to have Chop Tank join
That's cool.
us.
Chop Tank is fairly new. They're down at the old Faucets building, as everyone refers to it, but 110 Compromise Street. And they've become a really very fast, very cool community supporter. I know that before they were even open, donated money to open up some of the swimming pools in the public housing communities that weren't able to do it because of budgetary constraints this past summer. So it's great to have them as a new restaurant in town, and certainly, I guess, as a new partner here in Bands in the Sand. Bands. We're talking about bands, and I know the past. I mean, the names are the Wailers, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, Bacon Brothers, Cowboy Mouth, I think, played 1 year. Last year, can't not remember G Love.
Oh, yeah.
Which was fantastic.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
And, I know Jawworks is a frequent flyer here, as is Misspent Youth.
Yes.
But who is
special guest this year?
Who is the
drum roll? So we have
you want to spill the beans?
Oh, I'm going to spill the beans. I'm very excited to spill these beans. So we've got a new name coming in. Before I spill the beans, I'll give you a little background. So they're really big out in the West, and they do a lot of the big festivals out West. They're a little newer to this area, and we joke, we're like, we're not going to be able to afford them in 2 years because they are really that good. But it's called The Last Revel. So they're going to round out the night really well. They're going to play in the middle. For those who are not familiar, I highly recommend jumping in and listening. For those who are,
I've heard of them. I've listened to them. They're a little bit of Avett Brothers. If you like the Avett Brothers, this would be a band that you would totally enjoy. The Bodines, very similar to a degree, I thought. And there was a band up in Philadelphia that I sort of grew up with called The Stand that nobody knows, but they sound very similar to that as well. But it's a three-piece band, right?
Three-piece band, yes. And they're like a great indie rock, folk, kind of just American-inspired sound, and really are going to complement the reggae that Jawworks is going to bring in, and then the classic rock covers that Misspent Youth will close out with. Listen to them, I can totally picture 1,600 people on the beach with a beer, just sort of swaying back and forth and dealing with tunes. Them. Yeah. And we'll definitely put some of their music at the end of this in a playlist as well to hear that. But that's exciting. Yeah, that's exciting. And they're coming from out west. They are. They're a little bit all over where they live now, but yeah, they're pretty much out west. A lot of bands do that now. I mean, they're all fractured. It's like, okay, I know like 10,000 Maniacs. They live like in all four corners of the country, and they just sort of all fly in. All 10,000 of them? All 10,000. Yeah, Delta loves them. Interesting. Flocks of birds. But they do definitely have a unique sound. And I guess Americana and roots and style there. A little bit of bluegrass, I guess, would be in there. I heard a little bluegrass. I listened to a couple tunes on the way over just because I hadn't heard of them before. Yeah, they're catchy. And I'm it's exciting because you get to come hang out on the beach, all you can drink, all you can eat, and maybe discover a new band that you add to your Spotify playlist. Oh, yeah. That's the hope. So that is exciting. The hope. And I was joking. It's kind of dangerous how much I've had them on repeat because I just can't get the songs out of my head. They're great. You know so now we know who pushed for this band. Yeah. They also sound like Trampled by Turtles a little bit as well, if you like them. I'll have to give them a listen. So, I don't know that I've heard them yet. Yeah, give it a shot. Well, all this doesn't happen just on Jessica getting a blank check and saying, no. I mean, we rely on people like Billy from Annapolis Subaru to write that big check, if you will. Yeah. But you guys have been a sponsor from the get-go on this? Yeah. Our owners and marketing director, Michelle, and Pat and Frank Faragine, they're believers. I mean, the Chesapeake Bay is obviously such a huge part of our community, and we do everything we can to help the Chesapeake Bay Foundation with all of their educational endeavors, and yeah, I mean, we really like to party as well. So this is a perfect event for us to come hang out at, and it's all for a good cause. I mean, your ticket proceeds, your sponsorship proceeds, it all goes to the right places, and they're very good at putting the money to work for the Bay, and making sure that every dollar that is raised is utilized to help our youth, our teachers, and everybody understand what it takes to help preserve this bay. It's not just what goes on out in the bay. It's what happens in your backyard. It's what happens on the farms. It's what happens everywhere. The Chesapeake Bay watershed is huge, and trying to get kids to understand the immensity of it is such an important job and task, and they do such a great job with the teachers in our community and teaching them how to teach these kids
how important this really is for their future. So,
well, once they engage with it, they learn to love it, and then they want to save it. So thank you. That's really, really nice compliment.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So they're looking to Save the Bay. You guys want to make a bumper sticker of that or something like that. Save the Bay.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Blue with like the seagull on it.
Yeah. White. Blue and white.
Well, you know what we should do? We should start putting Save the Bay on our tag frames.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, another idea we've done.
Yeah, crazy.
We've got
crazy. We're really coming up with some fresh stuff in here, guys.
Things no one has seen.
You know. But I also want to say, I mean, thank you for your sponsorship of this event. This is a signature event. But Annapolis Subaru and your sister companies are, which is Annapolis, the parent company, I guess, is about Annapolis Cars, and you've got Annapolis Volvo, and you've got Annapolis Subaru, you've got Annapolis Hyundai. But you guys are all over the community. You're not just saving the Bay. You're working on saving animals at the SPCA. You're working on making sure that some of our homeless neighbors that are at the lighthouse have socks to keep warm in the winter, even though we didn't really have a winter this year, but socks are needed certainly all year.
They're important year round, except for at Bands in the Sand.
All around. Yeah.
Don't wear socks at Bands in the Sand.
You will regret it.
And if you do, you should have sandals and they should be black.
Don't do it.
But no, you guys are all over the community, and you've got your fingerprints all over the community. And that's, that's really what makes the community go around, is that when you have businesses, individuals, organizations all working toward a common cause, and whether that be the Bay, whether it be homelessness, whether it be, animals, it's a wonderful thing. And thank you, and thank the CBF for everything that you guys have done. Are you going to be bringing some wheels? I know you mentioned take Uber to get here, but I mean, last year I know you had the Solterra before, like,
we had a pre-production model.
I was going to say, it wasn't even being produced, was it?
No. We just got our first one a few months ago. So that was like, it was like an extra early introduction for everybody here.
That was that. And that's the EV, that's the electric vehicle that Subaru has.
Yep. Our entrance into the all electric segment. So it's very, very exciting.
Will that car be making a reappearance, or don't know, or?
Maybe. We'll see. We're not sure what car we'll bring yet. We'll try to bring a Solterra if we have one. But yeah, we'll definitely have a car, maybe two for display, and we'll have a presence here for sure. So
I wanted to buy a Subaru here that night. Would that be possible?
We can figure something out. A test drive would probably not be ideal, just considering the
Can I check
conditions.
out the 4x4?
Yeah. No, we're not going to be doing any all-wheel drive beach cruising that evening, but I'll be sure be sure to give you my information, and we can arrange another time to get that accomplished. So,
well, I mean, you've got other sponsors that work here as well. I mean, Annapolis Subaru is the title sponsor. You've got the presenting sponsor, which is Urban Grid, which is a
utility solar.
Okay.
Yes.
I know that Dick Fragno and the Boatyard Bar and Grill, he was the founding sponsor.
That is correct.
So he was.
Dick's all over the place too.
He
is a lovely, lovely human being and a great contributor to our community as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I mean,
decent crab cakes. better human.
Yeah.
Dick. Great crab cakes. Sorry, Dick.
Usually, if Dick Fragno is involved, it's a good party.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's whether it be opening day for Rockfish, or whether it be Bands in the Sand, or whether it be the Boatyard Beach Bash, or whatever it is. When Dick gets involved, it is definitely a good party.
Oh, yeah.
And as Billy said, the crab cakes are pretty awesome. And I know he's got a huge business through Goldbelly and ships those all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
And I know dates again, Jessica, March 1st.
March 1st. Very close.
For VIP and committee tickets. Now, VIP is fairly limited, right?
Fairly limited. So we have 50 of those available to sell online. Majority of our VIP tickets are sold through sponsorships, which we do still have available if anyone's interested. But yeah, only 50 VIP tickets will be made available on March 1st.
Okay. So you do have sponsorships available?
We do. We do. We are almost sold out of our exclusive levels, though we have one left. But we still have. Who's it going to be?
Somebody listening right now?
Jump on it quick.
Highly recommended.
Yes. But we do still have Merganser and Osprey levels available, and then otherwise, if you want to attend, you can come with a ticket.
May 1st for the general admission tickets.
Yes, correct.
And again, the secret on this one is to click early, and they all go on sale at 9 a.m., right?
Correct, yes.
So like 9:02 a.m., set your clocks.
Yeah.
Be on there,
fast.
click buy tickets now.
Yes.
9:02 could be a little late.
A little risky.
It could be. It could be. That's a chance I might take. 2 minutes, I'll eat crow.
Yeah.
On stage.
Yes, there we go.
But you want to go to cbf.org/bits, which is short for Bands in the Sand. So cbf.org/BITS, and you can learn about the event. You can learn about all the good it does as far as the education program, what it's done over the years. Now that we've sort of let the cat out of the bag with Jessica as far as the talent and the artists that are going to be performing this year. Last Rebel, you've got JobWorks, you've got Misspent Youth, which is always, and you said that Misspent Youth is going to be closing out the night, right?
They are, yes. They're going to close out, which they've done in the past. Last year was the first year we had them go second, but we're going to move them back to last this year.
Okay, and that's just sort of a real fun, upbeat cover. Let's
put it this way. It's a good thing that they're playing when it's dark, because a lot of people are really into it.
Oh, yeah. Lots of flooding the stage.
Yes. It's a spectacle.
Yeah, there were several images and pictures that materialized from last year that I was like, how did that happen? this we should never talk about this again.
Yeah, you delete.
Of you, John?
I was dancing.
Oh my gosh, man! I'll have to get somebody to send me this.
Yeah.
But definitely get your tickets early, though. cbf.org/BITS, and we're going to see everybody here on June 10th. It gets underway at 5:30 or 6.
That is correct. 5:30. If you are VIP or committee, you get early entry at 5 p.m. But the big show starts at 5:30.
Okay, and goes till 10.
Yep.
Just so you don't tick off your neighbors in Bay Ridge.
Exactly. We've got to be polite to the neighbor.
It's plenty of time.
Yeah. And then everyone
10 o'clock, everyone is pretty good.
Ready to go home.
And we talked a little bit about the Chop Tank Oyster Reef down at the end. Okay, so you're going to have an oyster shucking station, but there's tons of local restaurants. I mean, the Boatyard is represented here. I know Caliente has been here in the past. There's been just tons of food. There's lots of beer. There's lots of the ready to drinks and the seltzers and everything else. I know that's with Catsup Brothers and Budweiser and all those guys, and Devil's Backbone.
Yes.
will be in there. And this is an all-inclusive party too. It's not, you're not buying your beers or
got to pace yourself.
You got to pace yourself. Yeah.
It's very important. They also have water stations as well. They're located strategically.
It is in June, so it's you know how it is in Maryland.
Yeah.
Hot and humid.
Yeah. Stay hydrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And June is a perfect time for a party because it's not too hot.
Yeah.
And it's not too cold. Wear your shorts, wear your flip-flops. Plan to lose a flip-flop. Bands in the Sand, June 10th. Jessica Rubino, thank you so much for all of your work to put this party on. We will judge you a little bit later, and on June 11th, we'll judge you and see how well you did.
I have all the faith in the world.
Yes, thank you guys.
And Jocelyn Tuttle, thank you for keeping the kids and the adults educated on what they need to know.
We love it, and we really appreciate everyone coming out and joining us that evening for Bands in the Sand.
And certainly to Billy Sadtler and the Annapolis Cars family and Annapolis Subaru, you guys are the rock stars, as opposed to the last Rebel. Doing this year after year after year, just a further testament to what kind of a organization you guys are, and thank you for that. And
big thank you from CBF.
I'm looking forward to partaking of some of your generosity on June 10th for sure.
Looking forward to hanging out with everybody, and it's just part of our DNA, our ownership group, and everything that we do is all focused on doing the right things, and this is definitely one of them. So we're very excited about this year's Bands in the Sand. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you. We love having Annapolis Subaru, and all of our sponsors are part of it, and thank you for letting us take over some time this afternoon. We're excited.
This has been a bonus podcast from Eye on Annapolis. Please visit us at eyeonannapolis.net. Follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. And if you haven't subscribed to the Daily News Brief podcast, go for it. And all of your local news will be delivered to your phone, tablet, or smart device by 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday.